Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Round Multiverse with your host, the man who chose to be homeless, because apparently that's a thing, Charles, and
the man who's a liar and walks out with a fire, CY Chung.
Wait, what?
Remember, okay, so at the beginning, and it actually is relevant later on. Like,
right.
I don't know if you skipped it, but Jelly Roll, this dude called Jelly Roll, had a big rotund dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, good. You know what? I have to say, when I saw the guy, I thought he was gonna sing something like Uncle Cracker, like that sort of thing. Yeah. But no, he had different vibes. I was like, okay.
I think he's like meant to be some like hybrid artist. I don't know what that means. But...
Looking at him, looking like that's where the new Crow films aimed at that sort of audience with the white guys with them tattoos and then whatnot.
Yeah.
But he instead of I would have thought, oh, this dude maybe some rap. Whatever, right? No. He was kind of like
country-ish, isn't it?
Country rock vibe-ish, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, you know.
Sure.
Did you listen to it, by the way?
Because I think I've heard a few of these songs before, and it had something to do with WWE anyway. So yeah, probably all.
Right. I was like, oh, you know what? I was gonna. I mean, you know, usually sometimes they have the concerts before the events, and sometimes I skip it. But I'm like, you know what? I think this may be the song will play, and they put all the trailers and stuff like that. So I just kind of let it run.
Yeah. Plus, I don't mind when it's like artists who actually you could tell they actually like wrestling and have something to do with wrestling.
Yes, exactly. Even though, not spoiler because this guy's in it later on, but even though earlier, Machine Gun Kelly is in it.
Yeah.
And he was on it before, and I have to say, even though he's a wrestling fan, I'm like,
yeah, he just he gives me awkward vibes, if I'm honest. But yeah. And before we go further, and we are here today on this episode to give our review and opinions on WWE Summerslam 2024, coming from Cleveland, Ohio.
Now, did you get anything spoiled to you before you finished watching it?
Yeah, but I wasn't really bothered, if I was honest.
Yeah, because I saw on the internet, but at the same time, before I even got through most of the show, but then I was like, the way that the card was working, I was like, all right, well, this ending this thing happening at the end that I saw makes sense.
Yeah.
And it was going, and by my own deduction, it was like, well, yeah, this would be
the only way
the guest appearance happening at the end, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Somewhere else.
Go on. Sorry.
Now, if that match was somewhere else on the card, then it wouldn't be more as impactful.
Yeah, because you had the two. Yeah, because some of the other matches.
Yeah.
Down the card were either more important or or you would expect a better match up from. Like Damian Priest and Gunther. I would have thought, okay, maybe that would main event instead of Solo and Cody. No, from a pure wrestling perspective.
Then.
Okay. I think they did Bloodline rules to cover up some of Solo's. I don't want to say defects because that's not the wrong word. Not even disadvantages. You know that words some of his weaknesses. You know.
I just thought they'd do that Bloodline rules because it's the main event. Plus, for what happens at the end, it would kind of make sense. Exactly, if it was a normal match with that, it wouldn't make any sort of logical sense. But,
all right. Okay. But let's go in order of the card. First match, Raw Women's Title, Rhea Ripley with Dirty Dom versus Liv Morgan. Now I have to say, all the time, before we were Now we were never dissing Liv Morgan, right? But she just seemed they give her stuff and she can't work with it's not true to her, so she can't work with the gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, she had that Daredevil kind of Hardy Boys gimmick, and then she had some other, you know, the Jersey Girl gimmick, but then Carmella took it and kind of made it
better.
Yeah, in some ways, yeah. She pushed it further than Liv Morgan, so it's like I like this Liv Morgan gimmick, and it's just being a petty home wrecker. Okay, I'm with it. She's going with it. She's working she's putting it it just rings. Honestly, not necessarily more true to the person, right? But it's stuff she can work with, and she's going for it. You know. she's enjoying her time being the character she's doing. I'm like, yeah, good on you. You guys found something. You went for it. Yes, right. So in my eyes, she's got the title. Don't want to bang her right away as she's coming out from actually getting something that she can work with now. Yeah. But I thought, okay, there's two ways this match is gonna go. Either Rhea Ripley's gonna come in there and destroy her, absolutely destroy the girl, and she'll either get and Liv Morgan might get a cheap win or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or the thing that happens.
Yeah, there are two other ways of it happening. Well, most things. But
well, the third way would have been like Liv just basically going, all right, well, I'm gonna go all out and lose like in on her shield, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which as a pest heel, they don't really do that. So. Yeah. But yeah, what did you think of this match?
Storyline wise, yeah, I enjoyed the match. I found it very interesting how they kind of handicapped Rhea to make it more even match with the whole shoulder thing. I knew there was no way Rhea was going to win this match anyway, even if the betrayal thing happened, because she had if she did win the title, what happens next? Like, where do you go from this? You know what I mean? Like,
So the beginning of this match happened like I thought it was going to happen, and I was like, wow, okay, that second Riptide, the first Riptide in the turnbuckle, the second Riptide was about to happen. I was like, oh, damn, that is quick.
I was like, that's
but Liv managed to get out of there, and then there was a dive outside, which Dom saved Rhea.
Yeah.
And then Rhea selling her shoulder.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And like you said, that was the thing, was like, okay, the only reason that Liv's get any advantage is because Rhea's shoulder, they used it in storyline.
Yeah.
The accidental thing that put her out, that was done by Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
And they worked it into the match.
Yeah.
But anytime she had two arms, Liv was just being the punching bag. Which was like, I don't know about that, but, it makes sense. However, it doesn't make her look strong whatsoever. It makes Rhea look really strong.
But if you're a heel, you're not meant to look strong.
It depends, because Kurt Angle does
sort of thing.
And when Braun Strowman's a heel, he look, and when Roman's a heel, come on now.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. When with comparing Rhea and Liv, like physically stuff like that, there's no way you can make it look competitive without a disadvantage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Even though we get legit people like Shayna Baszler who still Okay. So Rhea got a chair and she's about to hit Liv, and Dom grabs a chair and says, you can't win the title in a disqualification, which is like, okay, makes sense. Yeah.
I was like, okay. He's used to
and I was like, okay, how's that? What's this gonna like? Where's this going?
Yeah.
So then Liv runs in there, gives Rhea Ripley an Oblivion, which Rhea Ripley kicks out of.
Yeah.
And then Dom goes to the other side of the stage, the ring.
Yeah. And
puts
slides a chair in. And you're like, what?
I'm like, why would you go from there to there to whatever, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, and then Rhea Ripley takes a second Oblivion on the chair.
Yeah, because
while Dom's distracting the referee.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. Now here's the thing, right? And then Liv gets the free count, and then Liv rolls out of the ring, and Dom gives her a kiss. All right, and then Rhea Ripley's there looking all like
like,
I'm gonna murder both of these guys. However, I thought personally, I was like, okay, I get that's where they're going, right? Yeah. But maybe he should have. Dom slid in the chair, and then when he drops off because he's arguing with the ref, when he drops off the apron, and he just turns around, like throws his hands up, starts walking to the entranceway, and then Liv gives Rhea the Oblivion on the chair, because then you can still extend the storyline and say, did he do it on purpose? Didn't he? And then you get a full-on betrayal later on, like a little bit more slow burn, but they kind of like
slow burn enough, because it basically started from the whole when he did the same sort of thing for Liv to win the title with the Becky Lynch thing.
Oh
so
yeah.
Long enough. It's not like it's not wasn't coming. I feel if you drag that a bit more, be like, okay, this is getting a bit annoying now.
Well, you know what I have to say, it's one of the more entertaining storylines there, because it's Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mexican telenovela.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah.
It's like the WWE version of the AEW Tony Storm Mariah May thing before the betrayal, though, as well. Yeah. But yes. This sort of trash I can enjoy watching because everyone seems to be everyone involved seems to be like, yeah, let's just go for it.
Yeah, and I liked how on commentary they were just so like pissed off by it as well, which I thought added to it. Like when Matt McAfee was like, Dom, he's a dirty boot, and then Michael Cole was just saying, he's a dirty. He calls it, you're a piece of and I was like, oh,
you're a piece of S word.
Yeah.
Even though they actually said it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's their one per show. So like, there we go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I like that.
Okay, yeah.
Good match.
Yeah, so you enjoyed the match. What did you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it because this is the only one I actually watched live. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, that's
I didn't actually expect it to go as long as it did, if only because the beginning it was like Liv just getting murdered.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Which
and if it was shorter, but they compressed it all, I still would have think. I mean, they would have got the same end result anyway. So not to say they didn't deserve time or whatever like that. It's just like they put it just you can only be beaten down on someone for so long. Even though I mean, how much do you hate Liv? Only in storyline. Because I'm like, she hasn't got to that level of hatred where I'm like, I want to see her get beat up.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she ain't done nothing despicable yet. If anything, at the moment, Dom's probably get more of a heat than she.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's not like when Billy Gunn was tormenting The Rock in the Kiss My Ass match, and then you're like, yeah, Billy Gunn, you deserve to get beat up. Or sometimes when MJF goes over the top, and you're like, yeah. Someone just kicked the crap out of this guy.
Yeah, shouldn't have done anything that like despicable. So, yeah.
Okay, Intercontinental title. I only bring that up because of the next match, right?
Yeah.
And later on as well. I'm not just going to say stuff about. But that the first match was like about 16, 17 minutes long.
Something about that. Yeah.
So then you got the Intercontinental title match: Sami Zayn versus Bron Brekker. Sami Zayn the champion, right?
Yep.
And this match went quick. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it went quicker than the last match they had, which I found a bit weird. Yeah. I mean, not to, like Bron Breakker's type of character. I would expect to somehow pull off just match Goldberg style quick matches like this. But then against the IC champion, which is like, and like you said, when Money in the Bank they had a match and it was not as quick as this. Yeah, the Money in the Bank one seemed longer. I don't know if it was, but it seemed longer.
Yeah. Now, for the quick, fast-paced match it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Bron Brekker coming out with a Brekker Rana, right?
Yeah.
What do they call it? Brekker Rana? They didn't call it a Frankensteiner.
No, they didn't. And then Michael Cole started giving Corey flack about it, and he's like, yeah. Because it's a Frankensteiner, but he's like calling it something else. And he's like, well, he's uncle won't be having that.
At least it wasn't a Hurricane Rana, and they would have just bust out with the Scott Steiner promo.
Yeah.
Because the Hurricane Rana is the pin version.
Yeah.
Like when you roll up into pin.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hurricane Rana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Hurricane Rana pin. Yeah, that's one of those weird things that doesn't make sense. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. No. Spear finish.
It was like
not literally spear finish that, by the way.
No,
but that.
There was points where I thought. Because I want Sami Zayn to win because I still think it's a bit too early for Braun to be catapulted. But yeah, so I thought, okay, maybe they could pull it off.
Yeah.
And then, Sami wins and then Braun can go away. Like, you know what? I need to reevaluate my strategy and say come back like 6 months from now and beat whoever's Intercontinental Champion at that time. But yeah, it made sense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the other way could have went was Sami, like last time Sami won proper. It could have been a snuck just could have snuck a lucky pin on this time, and then Bron Brekker they do a third match, and he just not murder Sami Zayn, but then he proper finishes him, then gives him another couple of finishes, and then pins him.
Yeah.
But this one he did the 3 or 4, 5, 6 rope run spear.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, does it charge up the spear? for even more impact. I mean, you know, I mean, Roman did it to the Undertaker, so yeah. But I mean, logically speaking, right? If you're gonna do a super spear, when you just throw someone face first into the turnbuckle, so the rebound backwards, yeah. Then you run up to the turnbuckle and do a second rope spear.
What?
So okay, so you throw some face first in the turn, like you Irish whip face first turnbuckle, yeah. So they bounce backwards, yeah. They stagger backwards on their feet. Then you can run up to get on the second rope.
Same rope they're going to.
They've already hit, yeah, and then spear them off that turnbuckle.
Yeah, that makes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit clunky though, but yeah, that makes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, rather than run the ropes 3 or 4 times, it's just that's like, that's a bit of
overkill. Yeah.
Unless you're gonna literally say in the world of wrestling, because we know wrestling kayfabe logic is when you hit by a Samoan, you can't, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Right?
They're
you gotta say that, yeah, the more you run the ropes, the higher the charge effectiveness of the end product move. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't. It's wrestling. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like I get, because when Bron was in NXT, his whole like character thing was he learns from his mistakes. So I kind of get okay, that makes sense that he learned from underestimating Sami last time, and now he's like, you know.
Would it have been better or no logical or however you want to say if Bron Brekker was the one that beat Gunther?
No.
Okay, you're saying you think that there definitely needs to be a buffer guy between Gunther and Bron Brekker getting the title?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Gunther is king, you know. Bron's
yeah. Well, I'm sure you can't have someone outmuscle him on his not exactly the same abilities.
Yeah. So
but okay, I just thought this match was going to go longer, but
but,
okay. But it was fine for what it was. Yeah,
it's fine.
It's just surprisingly short. That's all.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like I know where they're going with it anyway, because I think the reason why Sami lost, because I think that him and Jey Uso are going to get the Raw Tag Team titles.
Oh yeah. And just to say, the rest of the matches on this card are over 10 minutes long.
Yeah, because this match was 5 minutes 40 seconds.
Yeah, and the rest of the matches are like 16 or something like that, except for the last match. 16, 17.
No, next match is like 12 minutes. 12.
Okay,
minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, all over like 11 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe they should have taken a chunk of time away from the host segment because our boy The Miz just had to be on the card. No, like they didn't have any for him, so they put him on the card like that. I'm like, I mean, the Miz, he's useful in certain parts, so you should actually give him something to do, especially since the amount of time that segment took. You could have actually had a match.
Yeah, you could have. But I feel like they wouldn't just, because him and R3 ain't really stories. Like to randomly throw them in a match on the paper doesn't really make any logical sense. You know.
All right. Okay. So US title match: Logan Paul versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
This. Now, this match, it went the way I expected it to go because LA Knight should have won that title quite a while ago.
Yes, he should have.
Multiple times we were saying before we were predicting other things, we were like, LA Knight and Logan Paul, and they just never did it until now.
Oh, it's gonna happen at Royal Rumble. No, it's gonna happen at WrestleMania. No. Something. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right. Yeah. I did. So apparently, when you have surgically repaired hands, you got Wolverine power fist that knock people out. Like in the logic of kayfabe, because remember Lex Luger had the titanium forearm, so apparently all I know is that I've got pins on my ankles, and if I were to kick someone in the head with it, it'd hurt me.
Yeah, hurt you, so it's gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
Well,
which is why I've seen CM Punk's been missing roundhouse kicks all the time now, so and he's not been doing the standing, the straight kicks, so
which makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it depends on which leg, right? I guess if you did with the other leg. But anyways, this match was fine.
It was entertaining. Yeah.
it went the way you expected to go.
Yeah.
There was a superplex which Logan Paul feet didn't hit the ground before his back did, and I was like, you know,
it looked like a brainbuster in a way.
Yeah. I mean, he needed to rotate a bit more.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be taking that all on your back, so. Yeah. LA Knight survived a punch to the face. So at the beginning of the match, and they're fighting near machine. Actually, at the beginning, this match you say he went 12 minutes, but they were fighting for 4 or 5 minutes outside of the ring before they actually went in the ring.
Yeah. But
so I think
that's included in the Wikipedia.
No, I don't think they. I think that include that bell to bell, right? That's the time. But brawling outside still, you know, if you include that, we'll just say this match went on about 16 minutes. I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, I'm correct and you're not. It's just like I think they got in the ring and then the bell sounded.
Yeah.
But they're brawling outside, and Logan Paul and LA Knight's hitting him with the prime bottles and stuff like that. The prime train, and he's going to mouth off a Machine Gun Kelly, who I think has got a prime prop that he didn't bring up.
Yeah, that bit was
because
weird.
After they did the bit, the finger pointing and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And then he grabs Logan Paul, throws him. Machine Gun Kelly's then got the prop. It's like, okay,
yeah. By the time the camera's already moved away,
like,
bro, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he got nervous. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but he did remember his bit to hand Logan Paul the brass knucks.
Yeah.
Which LA Knight took.
Yeah.
And then kicked out. I'm like, what? Okay.
Because how I kind of see it is this, like, so you know, well, this is up to the finish where he tried to bring Logan Paul over the ropes LA was inside the ring. He pulled him up. And then Logan went like that. So what I kind of gathered was that he stumbled, and then muscle memory or whatever kicked in, and he saw Logan coming. Logan coming, just hit him with the BFT, and
Logan tried the buckshot lariat.
Yeah.
And then but he got caught in the BFT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Logan Paul. There's one bit where I thought he did quite an awesome move, where he did the springboard moonsault to the outside. How he kind of did that was like, it's just swift. It's like,
yeah. And actually, he was rotating enough where instead of landing 100% flat on LA Knight, when his feet landed, he was doing a backwards roll as well to take some of the weight off it. And I was like, oh yeah, it's cool, because it's not just going to pancake the guy.
No,
you know,
that'd be very silly.
Yeah, but I mean, something that I want to say some people do, but the fact is he was going to roll. He's taking the momentum out of it, once the contact was made. Like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, the guy can do stuff.
He's very capable.
I thought, is this the match? Yeah. Where did he have Logan Paul on the table?
And he gave him the torture rat neckbreaker.
Yeah, and I thought for a minute there he was going to go for the burning hammer, and I was like,
that's
whoa.
what I thought. Like, is he gonna do it?
Because this match is going to end even before by the time he just rolls him in.
Yeah,
that's it. Match over.
Because is that in his repertoire, the burning hammer?
Yeah.
And then he just hit him with the neckbreaker.
Go on.
Yeah, looked quite painful.
Yeah, people. Because the table didn't break.
Yeah, I don't think the table was meant to break, but like, it's
still
like.
Yeah. It's still not good. It's still not good.
Yeah, because it's like bang. But
yeah,
the match was good. Finally happy that Mr. Knight has finally got a title.
After chasing him for like
a year.
But yeah, so now he's Well, I mean, since Logan Paul won the title, me and you were like, LA Knight's gonna win off him, but then they kind of tracked off to different things and then moved back.
Which is long term storytelling. I don't know.
Yeah. Logan Paul, meanwhile, getting title shots, while LA Knight, he also got a title shot, but
he got a title shot. He had 2 Money in the Bank title chances. So it's not like he ain't done nothing.
Yeah. But I think he should have won this title a bit earlier, only because then it solidifies what he says, rather when he's saying he's the megastar and he's the fastest rising star in SmackDown history and all that. But
it would make more sense.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, what would he have done till now then? But yeah, I get you mean.
Well, yeah, but the problem is, like, how many times has Logan Paul defended that title?
Yeah.
He could have lost that in any of the other events that we said, and it wouldn't have affected him.
No. But I guess that's who they wanted to take the title off of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley, our Lady Bayley, versus Nia Jax, the Irresistible Force.
Yep, the Queen of the Ring. The Queen of the Ring.
Yep. And you know, I actually I didn't think this match was that bad. You know, I was like, actually, it's pretty good. Yeah. Like, people cuss Nia Jax, right? But I actually think it worked for this match.
Yeah.
Her being like a bit more, not stiff, but being like, you know, I'm just gonna absorb the punishment. I'm the powerhouse.
Yeah.
Here, you know? Yeah.
Like, I like Nia Jax, especially depends who she works with as well. Like, it works. Like, obviously, like this, her and Bayley really worked, and that weird match with her and Charlotte where it turned shooty for a bit, like that was a good match though. But like, yeah, I just think it just depends. If I don't know, even that match with King of the Ring with Lyra Valkyria, that was pretty good as well. So yeah. She's got better since she's come back, if I'm honest. Yeah, she's got a lot better.
Yeah. Bayley took a what's it called? An annihilator and kicked out of it. It was like, I was like, hold on a minute. The logic of you're gonna have to shove it off your chest,
but how
to kick out?
Yeah,
because
she went. I was like, oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
She kicked that. Okay, first person to ever kick out of an annihilator. That's cool.
Yeah, and then she's got a Bayley to belly suplex.
Yeah.
On Nia, and Nia kicked out. Like, okay.
I was like,
yeah. Tiffy time. Well, actually, no, it's a power bomb off the turnbuckle. Yeah, and then Tiffy time happened.
Yeah, that power bomb was crazy.
Yeah. And then Tiffany Stratton.
And I was like,
yeah.
Wait, and then
I was like, wow, okay, that's something I expect Bianca Belair to be.
Yeah, same.
Well, Jade Cargill, but you know, not Bayley. To say like Bayley looks like she's got strength. She doesn't look like she's got the strength to do that. That's what makes it impressive.
Yeah.
But yes, Tiffany Stratton ran out with the briefcase, and I was like, okay, are they going to make it a triple threat or something, or is there going to be other shenanigans afoot?
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, she distracted Bayley enough for Bayley. Shit. Bayley knocks it over.
Yeah.
Then she walks into a power bomb, right?
Yep.
And then an annihilator, and then Nia Jax says, no, one more time, and just gives her a second one as well.
Yeah.
Just for emphasis.
Yeah. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Because I thought maybe the first one she might kick out again. But then as soon as she did the second one and she crossed her arms, like, nah, Bayley's done.
Yeah. And when the referee counted, I was like, you know what? It makes sense. It's fair. You know. It protected Bayley enough. She got sat on like 3 times during the match. So and she did kick out of one of them. And then Tiffany Stratton. I thought, okay, I was hoping for. So Nia's got the title, whatever. Right? And Tiffany Stratton comes in and he holds hands on, you know, raise down. And I thought, okay, I'm waiting for the moment that Tiffany Stratton just hits Nia Jax with the briefcase.
Yeah.
But it never happens.
No, which I'm quite glad, because I was like, no, you'll give Nia a bit of a title reign.
So Nia went out and hugged her mum.
Yeah. And then The Rock's mum.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, so I guess the turn is not going to happen here.
Yeah. No, because they wouldn't do it already, because they just brought out Tiffany's new briefcase, so they're gonna
the new pink briefcase, right?
Yeah, so they're gonna kind of like rinse that for a while, get some sales of the replica, and then they'll do it.
Yeah. You know how it is, right? merch money.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, you can string them out being friends for a little bit, and then you can make people. Nia Jax kind of like get suspicious of Tiffany.
Yeah.
And then she can cash it in. I mean, the thing is, like, you'd hope that she just cash it in on a one-on-one match with I'll challenge you on this day, whatever. But because they're heels, she's probably just gonna betray her at some point, and then
I wouldn't be surprised if Nia somehow loses in a triple threat. I reckon that's what I feel like. It's gonna be a normal match with someone, and then Tiffany's gonna come in and pretend that basically what happened now, but not actually fulfill what she's trying to do.
Yeah.
And then Nia can like, wait, what? And then have another match, and then she'll beat Nia legit. And then so I reckon what happened.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next match. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Hate versus hate, right?
Yes.
With Seth Rollins,
Petty man,
special guest referee.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins trying to be the flashiest guy in the show. Like, it doesn't matter who's in the ring, yeah? Look at him in his Sabu pants, as they said it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so even they did bring up the parallels. SummerSlam 97, Heart and Soul, when Shawn Michaels special guest referee in his Undertaker and Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins was that. He was the guy who was like, I'm the center of attention.
Yeah.
Even though these guys do hatred just boiling to the side of you, you're like, it's all about me, apparently.
Yeah. And
yeah, this go on.
No, go on, what you say?
I was gonna say, and this match, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I enjoyed it for the story it was telling. It, like, I want to say it's a technical masterpiece or anything, but these guys come in and they hit each other and they come in with fists flying. Not like, I want to grab me in a headlock, we'll do a lockup, and none of that.
Just bang, 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 bang straight away.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just gonna stand aside.
Yeah, it was a striking brawl. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
It went the way that it should have.
Yes.
And this match going in, I was like, this is a 50-50. Either guy could win.
It's same.
And it doesn't affect the long-term story because you still got Seth Rollins in there. You still got a rematch. You still got, the world title shot coming for who, however they're going to do that.
Yeah. Who's going to lose the Gunther next? Yeah.
yeah, essentially. But that's because the other guy interferes.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, as a points where I was like, I think Punk's gonna win, but I was like, but then when Punk wins, where does it kind of go? You know what I mean? Like story wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when there was near falls for whoever in this match, I was like, I was buying them because it's like, it can go either way.
Yeah.
Even though 100% Seth was gonna play in the fish somehow.
Yeah. I was trying to think how
it was like all niggling in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Even though these pinfalls are happening, maybe it will play it straight, but I'm sure. Not that I was waiting for it, but I'm sure there'll be something,
Yeah. Which to his credit, he did play it straight, and then
he didn't.
Well, yeah, people's egos started to get involved, so it was their own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the way that he was there, he was just there. He was just there to do his job until things started prodding him,
Yeah.
And things being the other guys in the ring.
Yeah.
Which they didn't need to do. They didn't need to do anything to him.
No. And again, their anger and egos got the best of them, especially with CM Punk. He screwed himself over, really.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the end in a bit, but there was the neat bit where they do the thing where they're on the ring apron and the other guy grabs their legs and just swings them into like the ring girders and the table. And because CM Punk had his triceps repaired, Drew was just swinging around. Then he did the catapult to the thing he pulled up the apron and he did a catapult underneath to the ring structure. And I was like, okay, I haven't seen that one before, but all right.
I liked how Seth was like, I can't see any of this.
Yeah. Even then, way later on, right, where there was a chair and Drew McIntyre was just saying to Seth, don't look, don't see, let it happen, don't worry about it, right? Yeah. You hate him as much as I do, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And then Seth turns away like that, and then when Drew lines up to swing, Seth grabs the chair. It's like, okay, well, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then what did Drew do? What did Drew do? He didn't spit at him because I was expecting like the Heart and Soul thing to happen where Bret Hart spat at Shawn Michaels and then Shawn Michaels swung the chair and hit the Undertaker. Yeah. But no. What does he do? Drew does something, and Seth Rollins goes to. I think he shoves him.
Yeah, he shoves him. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Seth goes to go and hit Drew McIntyre while CM Punk's in the corner.
Yeah.
And Drew ducks, and Seth Rollins just kind of stops just before he hits CM Punk. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 And then
it was the roll up, right? And then
it was roll up. And
then the bracelet.
Yeah, when
the bracelet
took out the bracelet. And then CM Punk started seeing red. Yeah.
You give the triple corner knees.
Yeah.
And then how's he? Yeah. Hits him with the Anaconda Vice.
Yeah.
And then pries the
instead of like just keep it on, he takes off the bracelet, and then somehow does he hit the
Was
claymore
it-
or something, and then the bracelet.
Yeah. So he gets the bracelet. I think he gets to put it on, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets claymored.
Yeah.
And then the bracelet's on the floor,
Yeah.
on the ring.
I remember. I think Drew takes it back off again, and it's just on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then and then for some reason Seth Rollins decides he's going to put the bracelet on because CM Punk has Drew in the GTS, which Drew is playing his feet. You know, sometimes when people get picked up for moves, they just like lie there.
Yeah.
Even though, so a while ago, SummerSlam 2005, Jericho was in the AA maneuver and he was playing a bat.
Yeah.
And Drew here, he was in the GTS, but he's had his legs kind of still kicking.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Because even though, like, unless he's taken a move that's gonna knock you out before, like a power bomb, pile driver, brain buster, a high impact move, and then someone picks you up for their finish, like a move like that, and then you just be like, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
But but I think when someone gets like, you take the 5-knuckle shuffle and you're staggered, right? But it's just like, but that move's not gonna knock you out for the guy to grab you there, and then you just not move,
Yeah.
Anyways. But I just thought I'd point that out. It was good that Drew was kicking his feet. But yes, he sees Seth with the bracelet because Seth's gonna put it on because he's gonna.
But right? Seth's logic makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, it was on the floor. It's important to someone. Let me pick it up and maybe not put it on, but like, so then it's safe.
Okay, if he was a normal referee, they'd probably put it in their pocket and that'd be done, right?
Yeah.
But because of the nature of the storyline, Seth had to put it on his wrist.
But maybe...
because he's a flashy, like, with certain characters, that's what they'll do.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, like, Shawn Michaels would do it. Triple H probably do it. John Cena would have probably done it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you don't know if Seth actually had pockets in those trousers. You know what I mean? So,
it's true. Yeah. Like, women's trousers don't have pockets. You know what I mean? So that's why they gotta have handbags. So Seth could have just had a man purse thing, but I don't know if it would have ruined his ensemble.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. So then, then CM Punk.
Actually, funny enough, let me just sidetrack. It's completely something else, but let me point it out, right?
All right.
Last week I bumped into a guy I used to work with, right? And for some reason he had a handbag with him, and I was like, all right. Okay. I mean, and he was just joking about I was like, what was it? You've got a handbag with you now? And he was like, oh yeah. And he was just joking about his pronouns now. But no, he was just saying it was his girl's it was girlfriend's bag, and he just forgot she left it, so he was just bringing it to her. Oh, I'm like, man, he just. Yeah. I'm like, oh, exactly. That was just a bit of fun, but I was just like, anyways, So Seth Rollins had the bracelet, put it on. CM Punk looked at him like, what are you doing with that bracelet? Yeah. And then he decides to give him a GTS.
Yeah. But I was like, bro, Seth's like explaining to you why he has it, and you're just being a dude.
But you're just being CM Punk, right?
Yeah, like he has legit reason. He even says to it, this was important for you, so I picked it up and put it in my pocket.
No, but saying that, right?
Yeah.
If even if it was Randy Orton in CM Punk position, that person would have got an RKO anyways, right?
Yeah. But like,
but okay, the logic of why he did it, fine, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets he goes to pick up the bracelet. It takes up Seth's wrist.
Yep.
And turns around and eats a claymore.
Yeah.
Then
good look.
Wait, yeah. Then the crowd is kind of long.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is like, okay, when you got a referee T-shirt and your stats just drop completely to 0.
Yeah.
Seth recovered from that GTS a bit too quickly for a person with 0 stat points at every level.
Yeah. He's like, whoop.
I mean, he crawled over, yes. Okay, and then he did the 1, 2, 3 slow count, yeah?
Yeah.
But you like, even if you run into a ref accidentally,
they're out.
All of a sudden he just flop to the floor and die.
Yeah. So he must have used some stat buffs that we don't know about.
Yeah, exactly. Then some boo pants stat buff. Yeah.
And then so then he reluctantly counted to 3, and then he was just pissed off himself and left.
Just before that, by the way, I think didn't Drew McIntyre kick CM Punk in the nuts and then give him?
He kicked them in the nuts. Then,
I would have thought because after that they could have just both been down, and then and then CM Punk eat another Claymore or something like, just to buy time for the referee to revive, because we know.
I don't know.
The kayfabe referee t-shirts, you know how they do.
But I feel like they want to break them, like the cliche of like it. So I was like, okay, kind of makes sense. Plus, Seth really has he been through much damage through this whole thing? He literally just took one, so it's like. Plus,
okay, that's right. But yeah, but no, there was a match with a special guest referee, and that person was down for ages. Yeah. From one move, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Look, this match was good. Everything in it made sense. Yes. CM Punk actually came back and had an extensively, decently long match without. Not an I'm saying without getting injured, but ring rush and all that stuff.
Yeah, we don't know.
He was like, no. But what I'm saying is, he came in, had this match, and he could just to kind of prove that he could go the distance as well.
Yeah.
And he hadn't lost anything from the injury time and everything like that. So yeah, good on him. Like, everything kind of played onto how you would expect it to go with a match of this level of hatred. Yeah. Like, you know what? We don't care about we want to win, and we're gonna win however it is going to be. You know, win the rules of the match without getting disqualified. And any cheap shenanigans, whatever. Yeah. No one's gonna get a clean win, because we just that's how much we hate each other. You know that Drew McIntyre's just gonna gloat, because that's how it is. Yeah.
That's how he is. So that's why he took the bracelet back at the end. I was like,
exactly.
Yeah. Which is, I was like, that's a good, because if he just took the bracelet and threw it back to him, like, that's kind of pointless. But to take it as like a spoils of war, was like, that's good.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, this could have main evented if it wasn't for
If it was a match that didn't have 2 world title matches on it, then it could have main evented. Yeah.
Or you could build it to the level of hatred where they have a Hell in a Cell, whatever, and then you can main event its own thing.
Yeah, like the Seth and Cody match that was years ago. Yeah. That was main event. That wasn't involving any titles.
Yeah. Okay, so then we have the backstage segment where Damian Priest comes in.
Oh, we've got that before that when after the Dom thing where he left with Liv. And he burst into the Judgment Day clubhouse saying, "Where's that kid? We got to beat him."
Yeah.
No, don't worry, big man. I'll go find him and all that stuff.
So and then 2 or 3 matches later, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't found him, right? And then Finn Balor goes, Priest says, Finn, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for blowing my top at you.
Yeah.
And Finn's like, so cool. It's cool. You know, Judgment Day's number 1. Oh, we know what's going to happen now. Yeah. Jeez, you know, it's like, brother. Yeah, exactly. As soon as you say that, you ain't got nobody's back. The only back you got is your own.
Yep.
All right. So then Gunther. So then it's the Raw. Well, the World Heavyweight Title.
Yep.
Damian Priest champion versus Gunther, the homeless Damian Priest, right?
Yeah.
Who decided to be homeless.
Okay, sure. I don't think that's how homelessness works, but
all right. So Judgment Day are a bunch of heels. Except this guy is coming. This guy Gunther just comes in there. It's just like, I'm gonna out heel these guys aren't really. They're kind of tweener heels because they're entertaining.
Yeah.
Right. But he's just like, I'm gonna be like, upper class, regal kind of persona, and everyone else beneath me is street trash and whatnot.
Yeah.
That
was.
I was like, they did what they had to do to turn Damian Priest enough to be a face versus Gunther.
Yeah.
Because no way Gunther's going to be the face.
Yeah.
Until we go to Berlin. Until we go to Bash Berlin.
Yeah, until we go to Bash Berlin or somewhere anywhere outside of America. Yeah.
And actually, you know what? This was a solid match. This was like the match I would expect Damian Priest to be having at this level.
Yes.
To solidify his world title reign.
Yeah.
But it's a pity it kind of comes at the end.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna do not his fault, right? The booking's like doesn't do much with him, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna lose my title, so let me just go out as hard as I can, you know?
Yeah. Which I like Damian Priest as a champion, I'm gonna lie. I like him as a wrestler. I think he's pretty cool. I like his moveset. For someone as tall as him and the stuff he does is like pretty awesome. So when he finally did cash in, he won. I was like, at WrestleMania, we were saying, we're happy that he actually got the title and all that. But And for him to lose the Gunther, spoiler, even though we're talking about now, it's the only way it could have really happened, or it would have been at Berlin. But then, would you?
See? But if it was to happen at the next pay-per-view, how do you sustain Gunther's aura?
Yes,
unless it's a non-finish, you know.
Yeah, and you can't really do a non-finish.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So that's the whole thing. I was going into like, wonder how they're gonna get around this. Like if Gunther loses, but no,
Gunther's like chopping the guy, and Damian Priest is like kicking Gunther, and then he draws blood, and it's like, okay, I don't know if that was meant to happen, unless it's like there's something scraped again, like something of Damian Priest's ring gear scraped Gunther and just kind of cut him.
I think what they were saying before, because on Raw, him and Finn and Gunther had a match, and they were like chopping the crap out of each other. And his chest was still raw from that, so I'm guessing this match didn't help because when they were doing what they were doing, and just made it easier to tear and bleed. So I was like,
So they're just doing big man moves, and I'm like, good stuff. And then Finn decides to come out, and we're like, me and you are like,
I know where this is going.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's only going to be like, he comes looking like he's going to back up.
Yeah.
Right. And then Damian Priest gets his second wind.
Yeah.
His super
he
buff.
Sees him like when Finn's like banging on the ring apron, and then Damian sees him like, yeah, you'll give me the power of friendship. I'm gonna get out of
yeah. So he gave him some of the spirit bomb the power, like they did in the Brody movie.
Yeah. Because what move?
And then Damian Priest gives him the Razor's Edge and the South of Heaven. It's like, okay, you know.
Yeah. Like, that's how they're gonna do. But no.
So Gunther takes it, and I didn't know if it was meant to roll a bit closer to the ring, the ring ropes, because the way that you would usually grab someone if they're close to the ring ropes is you'd pull them back, you'd roll them the other way. Yeah. But no, Damian Priest rolled them towards the ring ropes.
Yeah. I kind of think because Gunther started rolling, but then went into the fetal position.
Yeah. So I think he should have rolled again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Damon had to kind of like push him or wait.
And then
that sneaky
the
guy.
referees. Yeah. Referee started to count, and then Finn Balor puts Gunther's leg on the rope.
Yeah. And
like, okay, all right.
Like,
a more logical thing, by the way. Come on, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, at the moment I thought it may not do it here, but then we saw that.
Yeah.
Like,
and then Damian Priest gets put in the sleeper.
Yeah.
And he breaks out of it, goes to go and try and choke the hell out of Finn Balor.
Yeah, that was dope. I like that bit. I like that. Yeah. Like he's had that rage, like rah.
Then he gets grabbed back, put in a power bomb, and then choked out in a sleeper. But okay, it makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. I would have liked Gunther, like if he did continue to roll, and then when he sprawled out, his feet kind of are close enough to the ropes. Not to say he would have had this do anyway, but of all the people to beat Gunther clean, I didn't think Damian Priest would have been one of them guys.
Yeah. That's why I kind of like how they done it, because it kind of feels like Priest had it won, but he didn't because of Finn's interference. And I did like how they showed a replay on the screen.
Okay. Wait. Yes. Now you put that out, right? And I kind of skipped it, but yes. They showed a replay for the people watching in the arena, and then you see Damian Priest looking at the replay. I'm like, okay, so most of these matches, all the Timetrons don't exist. Yeah. So you can never look at the screen. Like, I think there was a time where Kevin Owens tried to attack Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose was facing the screen, but his back was to Kevin Owens. Yeah. And he ducked the attack, and then he hit Kevin Owens and said, "Look up, I can see you in the giant screen ahead of you." But most times, people pretend they never see the giant screen, so it's like, all right. Even the referee, sometimes when shady things happen, they do a replay on a giant screen, and then the referee's like,
wait,
I never saw that.
But like, one thing I kind of give it, so they kind of accidentally, I think, helped themselves in the situation, because when like the bit when they point out when Gunther noticed she was bleeding, because they showed something on the screen, that's when he noticed, like, wait, what? And he's like, okay, this is kind of fed in. If you want to look too deep into it, like they kind of set that up in a way by accident, that people actually look at the screens. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. He took.
And now that you point it out as well, some with the feet being under it, I can't remember what match. I do think it's the Punk versus Drew McIntyre match.
Yeah.
When he ate the second Claymore.
Yeah.
His foot might have been someone's foot, and it might have been this match was underneath the rope on the 3 count.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they planned that because they can then just whoever it is that lost the match, and I think it is the CM Punk match, he could just dispute the count.
Yeah. I think
which I don't like. They might not even reference it because somehow, when Gunther pinned Randy Orton when Randy Orton's shoulder was up, and they referenced it, but they didn't reference it.
Yes.
Yeah, so they kayfabe retconned it.
Yeah.
And the bit where Roman Reigns was handcuffed to the pole or whatever, and he couldn't get up from the 3 count, the 10 count, and they just stopped it and cut it. Like you were saying, that they edited it.
Yeah.
They edited a TV network thing, so they retconned it so it didn't exist.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's something like that.
Like the same way they retconned this. Remember this with Ricky James?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't exist no more.
No. It does.
Okay. But yes, no. All right. Yeah. So this match kind of was the type of match I was expecting.
Yeah.
And then the ending was also kind of what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because I like the whole how they did the ending was good. Like even when when Finn was standing there and he done his little evil smile and all that. I like that. I was like, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And then when Priest tapped, he didn't tap out. He passed out, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Storytelling wise, even match wise, it's probably there might be match of the night in my opinion because it did everything.
Yeah.
Even if it came at the expense of Damian Priest losing his title.
Yeah.
Even as soon as Gunther won King of the Ring, you knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. They kind of have to refresh the King of the Ring gimmick to give more prominence to it.
Yeah.
So obviously, him winning it helps.
Yeah.
Winning the title, winning the title makes the King of the Ring look good.
Yeah.
As well as Nia Jax winning here as well. So
yeah. So it's like.
So Bash in Berlin.
Yep.
What do you think? Gunther's probably going to very likely going to be the main eventing it. What do you think is going to be a rematch for the title? Or do you think it'll be triple threat battle in this match?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it now because technically Damian he gets his title rematch, innit? Unless they do it on Raw or something random like that. And but then you have to put Finn in this somehow to carry on their feud. So yeah.
Well, if anything, if it does happen triple threat match, I'm saying Finn Balor's eating the pin, right?
But then that kind of doesn't help him in the feud.
That's the thing, isn't it? He's been on the back burner for so long. Because
I think this is to make him a threat again. So unless it's going to be something one-on-one match again, and then Finn screws over Damian again.
Yeah.
So anything really, and then they can go on to.
Yeah. Well, what's Judgment Day going to be? It's going to be the Judgment Day Civil War as well.
Yeah. We'll see. Judgment Day Wars. Yeah. Because.
All right. So then.
Split to two now,
then we have our middle. Whatever segment with R-Truth and The Miz.
The Miz, yeah.
With Jelly Roll and Ewing Huff and Bud Liar.
Yeah.
And then A-Town Down Under.
Yep. They came.
The Rock and Roll Express. Yeah.
Yeah, that was random. Like, okay.
All right. Yeah. And then, and just for them to get beat up. But Jelly Roll comes in the ring somehow, right? Yeah. I say somehow, because he's big guy. So they just got a kayfabe that he didn't disturb the ring.
Yeah.
And they can't see him out the corner of their eye, even though he's
yes, he's quite a wide dude. Yeah.
Yeah. As in, what we're saying is, whoever you got the people that are in the ring in front of you. So if there's any movement on the ring, anywhere else,
yeah. Especially he came in sort of near the corner where Austin Theory was standing.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
So really realistically, they probably should have timed it where R-Truth's doing some silly dance or whatever, and then or R-Truth running the ropes like Ric Flair style, being crazy because that's how it is. Anyways, and Jelly Roll then hits one of the guys with the chair.
Yep.
runs off. No, that guy rolls out, and then the other guy gets kicked, and then he gets hit with the chair.
Yeah, and then
and then
they give
does the first guy stagger back and he gets knocked over?
No, they. Oh, now I remember now. So the Miz, they put Austin Theory and Waller in like headlocks, and then J-Roll hits Grayson Waller, and he rolls out the ring. Yeah, he rolls out the ring. So then Austin Theory gets hit, and then he gets a choke slam by J-Roll.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
A one-handed choke slam, by the way.
Yeah.
It was a good-looking one.
Yeah.
It was like, it just reminded me of a Sid style choke slam.
Yeah. And
but
then...
with J-Roll's mask, it looks legitimate, you know? Looked like there was hatred even though it wasn't. And I don't know if the guy was actually putting oomph into it because he doesn't know how to work.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's all the other guy doing it. You don't need to. You didn't need to actually. No. Yeah. But it looks good. It looks good. It looked good. Right? It looked powerful, is what it did, right? And I was like, General, I buy you doing it 100%. Same, right? Yeah. And then they do a 15 knuckle shuffle.
Yeah. Which was...
where they kind of like 360 run into all their independent ropes.
Yeah, and then
aside from the one that's on the hard camera.
Yeah, and then bang, and then
and good on General. He was actually able to do it. You know.
Yeah.
It didn't look clunky and stuff like that. He looks. I don't want to say he looks smooth and nothing, but for a non-worker, he's like, you know what?
He's like,
all right.
Yeah, he entertained.
Yeah. And I'm glad he came back from the beginning, because otherwise it'd just been they hired the guy to do the song, and then
that's it. Yeah,
that was that. You know,
like I've done before, weird years before that.
Yeah. It's like, at least give the guy, like, they gave him something to do, as you would probably ask if you're a fan to do something anyways. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then props to that guy.
Props to him.
And then we get into the undisputed Universal title match with Cody Rhodes champion versus Solo Sikoa.
Yes, in a Bloodline rules match.
Yes.
It was so before the match actually happened. You see, so Solo does his entrance and all that stuff. Yeah. Whatever. And then it goes. I'm not like dismissing anything. Like, he done a bit. And then, well, first they played the video package. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then, which kind of foreshadows what happens in the end. And then we go, to the weekly whiskey / WWE tour bus, and we see Cody Rhodes sitting there in a normal jacket. I was like, wait, he's gonna come out like this? This is weird. So he's sitting there. Then he gets off his bus, and then someone hands him Pharaoh. And I was like, it's Pharaoh. And then they talk about Pharaoh, how he's Cody's trusty dog, and this is Pharaoh's last tour. I was like, oh yeah, poor Pharaoh. So then they keep walking. They walk into the arena from the car park. Cody gets his jacket. Before that, he's walking, and then he sees someone who I thought was still employed by AEW, but they're not. Arn Anderson was like, wait, what? Arn's back. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so they have a little talk. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, you're alone, but you're not really alone, because I know some people, and I've called them up, and they're going to come and help you, and they're on their way. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So then he's like, thanks, Arn, you're the best. And then he doesn't say that. That's me paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So then he carry on walking, and he meets the lady who makes his costume and stuff. And she turns to the camera. It has Nightmare Family, which I think is actually Brandy's mum. I could be wrong. Anyway.
Okay.
Yep. And then Pat mentions all his family are here to see him win. So he puts on the jacket, carries on walking, gets more close to the gorilla, hands Pharaoh to someone. So that's Pharaoh's goodbye. And then he's about to walk through the curtain, and then someone hands him his helmet. He puts on his helmet, and then he goes through, and then we hear dum-dum. Wrestler has more than one royal family, and then he comes out, and you're like, oh, cool, it's Cody Rhodes, and he does all these fireworks and stuff, and he has like the best time of his life walking to the ring. He's like high-fiving everyone, signing things, giving kids hugs.
He takes his mask off before all of that, but He comes out, he puts on the mask, and literally comes out with 10 steps and takes it off. Right?
I was like, sure, I guess.
The only thing about the mask, even though it looks cool, the skull seems a bit oversized.
Yeah. Which I guess other than that, breathe, but yeah. So then, he's like having a time of his life getting to the ring, and you can tell he actually is enjoying what he's doing, because he looks super happy. I'm like,
Yeah.
He's a great guy. So yeah, he does all that.
Yeah, he's not Homelander. What are you talking about?
Exactly. He's the opposite. He actually is Superman. So yeah, then he walks. Then he gets to the ring, and they do the obviously the bell stuff. So yeah, no, I enjoyed his entrance. 10-10. Just 10-10. And then,
Right.
so there, then the match starts, and yeah, it was pretty good.
It kind of went the brawl I was expecting it to be. The problem is, of course, once they say Bloodline rules, you're expecting interference.
Yeah,
you know.
I'll just wait.
Either you're expecting weapons or interference or something, so you're kind of waiting for it.
Yeah,
which happened at WrestleMania as well.
Yeah, because like before we get to the end of that stuff, like to me, this felt like a mini version of the WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
Yeah, but Solo can't wait to the level of Roman, or you're gonna say he's not as over as Roman, so it wasn't the impact weren't as much.
Yes, I'll say that. Yeah. So these first it starts obviously like a normal wrestling match. It is what it is. Cody hits a
Cody cutters and whatnot, right?
Yeah, and Solo hit a few spinning solos and all that, which it was good. And then I think does he kick out the crossroads and then the interference starts happening? Kick out crossroads, and then that's when the infamous Tongaloa and the right hand man Tamatonga come and he start beating up Cody.
Yeah.
And
one of them with an eye patch for some reason, but that's
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tongaloa has an eye patch because he got his eye gouged out by Kevin Owens a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, all right, yeah. Okay. So I thought he did that as a gimmick, like what's his name does it? Rocky Romero.
Yeah, no. They have.
Or the Nick Fury thing. Wait, if he takes it up, right?
Yeah.
Then he's got double the power because he's got more 3D vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's storyline has it. So then they have the.
Wait, I was just saying storyline wise, Rey Mysterio lost an eye, but he never did lose an eye because.
Yeah, well, that got hatched, I think. I don't know. I totally forgot that.
I don't know what they will go over there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. So then they're beating up on Cody, and then you hear and then Kevin Owens comes out to help Cody.
By the way, from the entrance to the ring is a very long way.
Yeah, because it's in a football stadium, so. Yeah.
So Kevin Owens he doesn't sprint because he might pull something if you're running that fast that quickly. You can pull your thighs. He kind of jogs, but like a decently quick jog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't gonna sprint there.
No, he's not. Who would do
the Ultimate Warrior, right?
Yeah, or he's not like Bron Brekker, could probably do that and be fine. Yeah.
But if the Ultimate Warrior came and done it, he'd have come in the ring and huffed and puffed, and they just need to be put in a rest hold.
So he comes and starts fighting the Gorillas of Destiny. Yeah. And then he starts getting a bit overwhelmed, and then we hear, I hear voices, and then Randy Orton kind of runs to the ring, but kind of is like...
Randy Orton wasn't even a run at all.
No.
A brisk jog is the best way I could put it. This guy was like...
Well, pandering the
What
crowd.
I'm saying is, the Olympic walkers were walking faster than he was running.
Yeah. Because he was just basically panning the crowd like, yeah.
I'm Randy Orton. Nah, but to be fair to him as well, maybe he just didn't. You don't want to run down there. You'll be gassed before, and you got a whole bunch of moves to do.
Yeah. You know what's funny about? Let's think about this now. You know what's funny about this whole thing? So Kevin Owens comes out literally in civilian gear, right?
Yeah.
Randy Orton. So you're telling me he drove to the arena in his wrestling gear? You know what I mean?
Well, no. I'm not surprised if Randy Orton just walks around wearing his wrestling trunks because that's it. Okay, whatever, right? You know.
Yeah. Because I remember the point where I think it was like 2017 to about 2019 when like stuff like that he'll come out in like shorts.
Yeah.
But now, he's just back to like
He just wears a t-shirt and his trunks. Fine.
Okay, cool. All right, sure. Randy Orton's gonna argue you. Yeah, you look good for it. So they come out and they kind of clear house. Get rid of the Gorillas of Destiny. So then it's an even match again between Solo and Cody. And when Cody's about to get upper hand, there's some.
I think does he give him a crossroads?
No,
he doesn't. He So Solo is going to give Cody a crossroads. Cody reverses it, and then he takes a super kick to the head from the werewolf.
Yeah.
Jacob
Fatu. Yeah. So then Jacob Fatu goes all Jacob Fatu on him and murders him for a while.
yeah. And then he puts Cody on the table for and then he goes splash. In the rope, top rope splash, and then he sells his knee. So I don't know if he hurt himself or whatever.
He's actually hurt himself.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw a picture. He's like, after like fans fought him in a gas station. He's got a walking boots. I think he messed up his leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say I hope he hasn't hurt himself, but I thought, because I did read that he might have hurt himself, but I also thought he's setting that leg to stay out of the.
What happens next, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense.
But it kind of makes sense now because I think he would have done more, and then Cody would have done something for him to get him out of the picture for what happens next, or what happens next, he had something to do with it. But
but luck, I would say, Lucky didn't get buried. He would have taken the finish or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But no, but at least he was feral when he was trying to stand up and he couldn't stand up and he was still just shouting, so get him done, finish him, I've done it, he's gone. Yeah. I was like, good on him still sticking in character.
Yeah, rather than my leg.
yeah.
Or doing a
and he's tag team champion, so I don't know how they're gonna. I mean, they could just literally switch one of the Gorillas of Destiny in, freebird rule it because.
Yeah, because hopefully it's not nothing too serious. Hopefully it's just like sprain something and people fine.
I mean, it's. Yeah, exactly. Because then you could just have a temporary replacement and then come back to defend the title. You just say, look, this guy, I'll be back before the 30-day rule, if they ever apply that, whatever, right? Yeah. Before they need him back for the storyline, they could just have one of the guys replace him and then.
Yeah.
But yes, and then then what? Solo takes control.
Solo takes control, and I think. He goes to do something, and then you hear boom, 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 boom. These drum sounds. Wait, what? And then the only reason why the crowd stopped popping because it says on the Titantron it said head of the table, because this isn't Roman. Yeah. I think they're giving Roman a new theme because I was like, that doesn't sound like what I know it is.
Well, the thing is, I think they remixed his new latest theme.
Yeah.
Because when he starts walking, that's when you start getting into those bits, but with more beats to it.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, is this sort of like?
And then he has a T-shirt saying OTC, our tribal teeth. All right, okay. It gets a good pop. I'm like, okay, people love Roman.
And then I like how he just slowly like kind of walks the ring, and then he gets
This guy's taking his.
Then he kind of sprints to like get to slide into the ring. Then he stands up, like obviously. Just his T-shirt and stuff, and then you see Cody in the corner, and so Cody's in one corner and Solo's another. So he runs, turns, Superman punches Solo, and then gives him a spear.
Yeah,
and then again adjusts his clothes and stuff, walks out the ring
because he's got merch to sell. Of course, he's got a merch to sell to the hard camera.
Yeah, and then Cody gets up. Looks at Roman's looking at him, then gives Solo a crossroads, and then while he's pinning Solo, he's watching Roman, and Roman's watching him.
Yeah.
And then Roman's mouths something to him. I don't know what he does, what he mouths to him.
Yeah.
And then, so then Cody wins. All is great in the world again. And then he goes to while he's celebrating as well, Cody's still got locked onto Roman, and Roman's locked onto him.
Yeah.
And then Roman again points at his shirt. And then slowly walks off.
Yeah.
End.
This entire card, by the way, was not necessarily predictable or anything like that, but it went the way you would kind of expect.
Yeah.
In a good way. Right?
Yeah.
They didn't try anything too fancy. They weren't swerved for the sake of swerves. No. It's like everything told made sense because they were leading up to in that direction. Yeah. Like, okay. Yeah. It's not. It's the story itself that matters, right? It's how you execute. Just like when you watch a film and you're like. This like they were saying about superhero fatigue, but like sometimes you just have a run of crappy films, right? You put in quality, people come to watch it. As Deadpool and Wolverine proves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And sometimes there's quality, but people don't go to watch it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's bad movies that people do go to watch it. They get money, but they're the ones that have bad word of mouth, which then start making everyone else not going to watch the rest of it. Anyways, yes. As for a 4-hour event, it went pretty speedily.
Yeah. I never felt like there's been sometimes, this is both AEW and WWE, where I kind of pause it and see how long left. I'm like, geez, still got this to go. With this, I didn't feel like that. I was like, okay, because it all just ran kind of smoothly. It felt fine.
Yeah, and I have to say, even though we were saying sometimes about switching whatever the matches on the card, it because of certain things, they all made sense where they were.
Yes.
Within the entire structure.
Yeah. Nothing felt out of place.
Yeah.
Nothing like normally we say like, oh, this match should be swapped with that match. This time, no.
Or maybe some matches shouldn't have happened. If the only thing that we'll say is maybe not the host segment, but then that was kind of entertaining. So, Miz and R-Truth and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory got payday. So
who we took a plane?
Yeah.
But
and Bash in Berlin. We'll see. We'll have to see. Even though Gunther already got crowned here, we'll see when he comes home and be the super baby face.
Yes, he will be.
Yeah. Come in there, just destroy whoever.
Yeah.
And most likely, like we say, it'll probably be the main event, right?
Yeah, it will have to be. Yeah, it won't be Cody.
So then, what's the rest of the card look like? Because there's stuff there, but there's also.
I think what they will do. I don't think anything Cody and Bloodline wise will happen on that card.
Seems like they might have a break from that, right? Unless it's a multi-man match. Until you're going to do a six-man match, will be Cody, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline that are able, which is aka not Jacob Fatu.
But they've done that at King.
It's true.
Like I think it'll be like they'll have probably like some weird talk segment with Cody and maybe Roman or something. I don't think Roman will be there because I don't think you're gonna see Roman for a while again.
Well, until SummerSlam.
Like I think SummerSlam, you might not see him to probably like Bad Blood or something or whatever.
Oh, he might come out, cut a couple of promos and not actually wrestle until then.
I don't think he's gonna do anything heavy. Because he kind of.
Well, he doesn't need to. He's renegotiated his contract. He can do what he wants essentially.
So we'll see.
Do you think we'll get do you think we'll get Punk Drew McIntyre too, or do you think there'll be a triple threat with Seth Rollins in the mix?
I think it might be a triple threat, or Punk might kind of go towards Seth, and then somehow Drew will get brought back into it.
Yeah. Well, that storyline's definitely not finished.
Yeah, definitely not. It's added, realistically, it's added more like
fuel to the fire.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, look, and just a certain level of hate, and you could just add a bit more hate to it. Why not? Eh?
Plus, to be fair though, they need to do something because none of them are going to fight Gunther anytime soon. Just lose. You know what I mean? So you got to do something with them. Yeah. So their little thing be a thing. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And they might just start some new storylines just to finish it off at Bash at the Beach. Bash at Berlin.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they do. They just do mini feuds to get to the next event.
Yeah. And then, quite like intrigued to see what's going to happen with the whole Judgment Day thing. That's
They're going to implode, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how exactly that works. Who's left? What members are actually going to be Judgment Day, and what members,
Because I reckon it'll be Dom, JD, McDonough, Finn,
and Liv,
maybe Carlito, and then Damian and Rhea is gonna go off and have their own thing together. Their own sort of thing together because they've through this whole thing they've been cool, haven't they? So I think they're gonna get their revenge somehow and make another Judgment Day, like Judgment Night. I don't know. Redemption Day. I don't know. Something.
We'll see. But overall, good event.
Yeah. One of my favorite SummerSlams in the past couple of years. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. So thumbs up is what we can say about that, right?
Thumbs up. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Go out your way to watch it and see the meteoric rise of the ex-El Champion. Poor guy, man. But he went
Okay,
out swinging,
cool.
so yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. But you know what they should do, yeah? Like, before we start with myself. To fuel, like, because this thing between Finn and Damian has been going back since last year's King Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah.
Because he kind of cost Finn his match against Seth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to make it even better, even though I know this won't happen, Finn, should beat Gunther at some point.
Okay. What, Demon Finn?
Nah, Demon Finn's too much of. If he's a face, then yeah, he can do it. But
yeah, because like heel Finn. Here's the thing, right? You've like face Finn, you beat him up, and then he come back as the demon. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Heel Finn, who doesn't use the demon, you've got to push him to that level that he's going to use it, which means you're going to have to just beat him to a pulp multiple times, bully him, give him a swirly. And all the stuff that bullies would do. Take his lunch money.
Or like he should have like a different version of the demon for like when he's bad, and not the demon Finn. Like,
yeah. Like, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Like Oogle, like what's his name? Dark Finn, like like Rugal from like King of Fighters and stuff. You got like
yeah. Like Kenshin Liger, right?
Yeah. You have something like that where he's just
Akuma Finn.
Yeah. He's Fergal
the Sashino Hadou Finn.
Yeah, that's what I need to do, something like that. Because Demon's too facey for a minute. So
it's true.
But okay. So watch SummerSlam if you can, or if you haven't. Or if you haven't already, let us know what you thought in the comments. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's it.
Yeah. So I'm Day Dom's new squeeze, CY Chung.
And I am the self-proclaimed fake tribal chief, Carl Charles. Yeah, because he's a, what was it? Cody called him a tribal chief knockoff. Something. He called him something very insulting. I was like, oh, that's kind of mean. He's trying.
He's trying.
He's trying. And yes, thank you for listening to us review SummerSlam 2024 from Cleveland, Ohio. Don't know why I keep saying that. Also, don't forget, if you're listening to this on the audio realms, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review or a review on whatever platform you listen to this on. That'd be great. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, which you can find at the top of the screen. That's our social media handles there. And if you are watching us on YouTube, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We got lots of good things going there. And
what's the video game you're playing now? Still Blade?
Still Blade, yeah. It's going good. I figured out how to actually.
Does he get his specific lines that we know?
No.
No, he doesn't say them.
The only thing he said so far, what he keeps repeating, is keep your friends close, your enemies closer. I'm like,
from Blade 2.
Yeah, he keeps saying it in the game. I'm like, because you haven't got to the bit where you fight Nomak and all that. So I'm like, oh, he's kind of foreshadowing where he has to become friends with the vampires to beat Nomak. All right, cool. I get it now. Yay. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've unlocked the UV grenades and that, and it helps like clear rooms. So that's cool. So yes, I just thought I'd share it with you. So yeah, watch the Blade series. It's fun. Last little sneak peek to the last one I've recorded. I was playing for 20 minutes and then realized I hadn't pressed the start record button. So yeah. Beginnings mistakes there. So but yeah, check it out. It's fun. And yeah, so until next time, guys, we would like to thank you for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Bye.
Bye.